Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody present here, particularly our honorable member of parliament from the House of Lords and also from the Indian Parliament, and all the distinguished personalities, particularly our respected Sri Sujit Nayarji, chairperson of the Europe India Center for Business and Industry. Um, Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. I am Professor Achyut Samant. Um, I am particularly in education and the social service line working for the last 30 years. So I am not so good in this aspect, but still my small knowledge will definitely speak few words with respect to relation between the India, UK and India, EU post Brexit. So before starting, let me relate it to um, primacy of the national interest. As we all know, the in international relations there are no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. Only one thing is permanent, and that is the national interest. And Brexit is way of Britain's way to protect its national interest. Optimism through interdependence in a global world, states and their fortunes are related and tied together. Higher trade relations improves the balance between the nations. I will try to explain in two parts. UK finally existed on 31st January 2020. It was a long awaited historical move that brings an important change in the policy and politics of the remaining EU members states and also the UK mainly. It becomes important to see how this will shift the policymaking process and what are the ways in which nations are going to tackle it. Impact on India trade. India UK trade will get a boost. The stringent regulations of the European Union, which were the biggest obstacle, can be done away with. For example, I can say the European Union has banned Alfonso mangoes from India after it reportedly found fruit flies in the consignments. The weakening of the pounds will also be advantageous for Indian imports. It will also benefit tourists and the Indian students studying in the UK. Indian businessmen in the UK may find it hard access the single markets of European Union since their products may become uncompetitive if they are asked to pay import duties upon entering the EU. Thus, Indian business will not be able to utilize the UK as the gateway to the European Union. Indian IT firms, which have considerable exposure to the European markets, particularly the UK, will be affected since there is a risk of a decrease in growth levels in the EU and UK. Tourism, due to the weakening of the pounds, there will be decrease in tourist flow into India from Britain also. Immigration after Brexit, it is expected that there will be more restriction on immigration in the United Kingdom, thus affecting Indian immigration. And Brexit will affect the flow of foreign direct investment in India. It will result in financial instability and a legal regime overhaul in the long term. Indian students, particularly in the UK, will get benefited since the number of applicants from the EU nations to the university in the UK is likely to decrease after Brexit. Also, the weakening of pound may lower down the total cost of education for the Indian students. Furthermore, there may be decrease in international students' fees since the low fee structure for EU students may be withdrawn. It has to be noted that EU students were availing fees concession which are being cross subsidized by higher international students' fees. So that there are many pros and cons on this aspect. So this is all small things from my side. I wish this seminar conference will be good success and other speakers will definitely deliver it their views. Thank you very much.